Testing. Test 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Wow, they're very fast. You're very fast, by the way. I know you. I didn't get online very quickly only because I'm trying to get the audio perfect. I'm sitting here messing with it for an hour, and I realize this is how it's gonna be, unfortunately. I like the way you work it, no diggity. Welcoming on France, Crosby. 1 2 1 2. I wanna know your name, man. I wanna know if you got a man. I wanna know. Hey, welcoming Guru Jared. Not sure how zen I want to be today. But one thing I do know, tired. I mean, tired. Okay. Not too bad. Meg the It Girl. Welcoming Miss Lisa. Miss Lisa. Test. You can sit here and basically, I don't know, maybe I need to study some audio engineering. Let's see my flutes. I left my... left the flute out. Thank you. You've been waiting? Oh, yeah, I was like, man, I'm trying to get the audio perfect, but there's no such thing as perfect audio, you know what I mean? Well, not yet, I guess. Not too bad, right? Welcome, Sassy Mom. No, this is Native American style flute. Style. Style. They're all different style. You gotta say style. Is this new age of somewhat? You've been here before. I remember that name, Stanislav. My hair didn't grow that fast, unless there's another one. Like, what you mean? Like, is this like flute or the stream? My cat right next to me listening. Oh. This stream is new age. This moment is a new age. You know, I want to be the very best that no one ever was. Dun, 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 dun. That's it. I will travel my day. Busy day, of course. Monday. Exhausting, yes. Serve humanity for free, yes. Yeah, volunteer work at the temple all day is intense. And tomorrow we're doing another volunteer work at Unity of Houston public sound bath in the pyramid in H-Town. H-Town is Houston. Excuse the, the H-Townness. No, it's cold here right now. Where are you at, Skip to Grace? Connecticut. Is it snowing over there? Connecticut. Connecticut. Test 1, 2. Is there a lot of bodhisattva in Houston? Bodhisattva is the bodhisattva's heart. The heart of the bodhisattva. the real light workers are the people who are devoted to the spiritual devotion. Actually, there's many people who are committed. There's just many different levels. The peer servants are very few, though. People are serving from the heart, because it's really difficult to just purely serve with no string attached. Or so sometimes you don't have to be perfect. Nobody's perfect, but you can get to an excellent level. It's just when you talk about bodhisattvas, light workers, a lot of people who identify as a light worker actually drain a lot of people. For real. I don't like saying that, just because the ones that are effective, they're more quiet. They let the work they let their effectiveness do the talking, They what they call actions speak louder than words. Oh, hello, Dory. Dora. Test. Dun. Concept of like the truth, the middle way, all these concepts are very wise, wisdomful. Wisdom not the easiest quality to connect with, requires practice with result, consistency. And if you're not consistent, you don't see results. The results won't show if you're not consistent. Test 1 2. Test 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Yeah. I guess I zero everything out. Zero everything out. Got that hissing now. 26 degrees, dang. I hope you have a good warm fire heater. How do I stop procrastinating, man? Man, have a plan, be inspired by the life that you live. Because if what you're trying to do with your life ain't even inspiring, why the hell would you do it? Like, if your life isn't even inspiring, like, why would you want to get up and go to work? Because you have responsibilities. Well, sometimes you don't have responsibility, and that's why your life falls apart. Unfortunately, sometimes you gotta get humbled by life. I call it getting your butt getting your butt kicked by the universe. I got a big butt kicking many times. This is simple language. Thank you, Yeshua. We should follow the people that inspire us. In the beginning, I didn't really have role models, which is why my life was miserable. I didn't look up to anybody, not even myself. Having a good role model helps you to have a blueprint in life. Blueprint is very important. You have a pretty good lotus position. My knee sticks way up in the air when meditating. Yeah, over time, your leg naturally fall down, As your mind is flexible, so does your body. But you also you also have to push the boundaries of what is possible. I always try to push the boundary of what's possible for my practice, because to find results, you have to be obsessed in a healthy way, not obsessed and miserable, obsessed and happy. Because we use the word obsession because it's that much devotion if you want to find results in your life, because it's easy to get lazy. So when you're quote-unquote obsessed, you don't have time to be lazy. And even though you say you don't have time, you have a little time to be lazy, but not enough to stop your momentum where you live your best life. Then of course you could. Me, I like to sit flat because you can sit long time, you have a larger base, but of course it requires a lot of stretching, and you let gravity humble your legs. When you can pretzel your leg into a full lotus, but I only do it whenever I want to get more ceremonial with myself. Like if I want to do a long time sitting, sit for a long time in meditation. Like if I want to lock in, do some fire breath. And what this does is it gets the root chakra, the area where the root chakra is, to be right on the ground. Right? Because when you're doing this, You see the posture, how it just settles in. My arms, everything is like it's like a pyramid structure. You're like a... Right. And so I just... But you don't want to reveal all the secret knowledge, because you know nothing. There's no secret knowledge. What secret knowledge? I don't feel inspired to do my homework. Me either. But when you find the work you like to do, then you want to do the homework. In the past, I wanted to be a meditation teacher. Nobody gave me homework assignment to meditate. I just naturally want to learn. So I did the work because I have a vision, I have a goal. I get it. One of the classes I hate in school is called chemistry. Right? Because I don't necessarily hate it. I just don't get it. And I also don't want to get it. You know what I mean? You don't get it and you don't want to get it. And I'm like, my life's fine without chemistry, you know. But some people need chemistry. I respect that. Thank you, yeah. Do you have more base? So if I'm going through school and I don't want to do homework, how do I get myself to do the homework? I start to visualize what it's like to fail that class and the disappointment in myself if I fail that class. And if I keep becoming a good student, where my life would lead me. If I don't be a good student, where my life would lead me. Sometimes you have to take the time to vision your future and the consequences of doing something or not doing something. You got to see for yourself. You know? Sometimes you really actually want to go to college. Well, guess what? Then go. But maybe you don't really want to go to college, but you don't know what else you want to do. So you got to figure what the hell you want to do with your life. Instead of thinking, I don't know, figure that out. Figure it out if you don't know. Instead of just saying, I don't know, okay, then figure it out. It's okay that you don't know, but are you willing to seek? If you don't seek, you don't find. basic wisdom, right? Wintertime, lots of time to contemplate. Less sunlight, more video games. You don't really want to go anywhere, but sometimes you do. You don't want to go to the mall, but sometimes they have to go. You get to see the food fight down the street. People fighting for a parking spot to buy Christmas present. It's like watching Jerry Springer. Just go to the mall and just sit around, get some popcorn. Maybe get your video camera ready, you know. Every 30 seconds, maybe less. I used to work at the mall because the Cheesecake Factory was at the mall. So I get to see, don't steal people's parking spot at the mall. Don't fight for it. The consequences of if there's a harmony and you steal somebody's parking spot and you miss the disharmony, somebody may get keyed, somebody's tire may be flat. But instead, don't fight the flow. Just find another parking spot far away. It's safer to park farther and walk farther than to park close and get into a food fight in the middle of the concrete. And then people may be screaming, "World star, world star." Welcome, Truth Wave Energy Meditation. Just found your channel, Great Vibe. Thank you. Welcome to the Mystic Village. I'm in the process of growing my hair back again. So now you can see my hair balding. But I'm not here to run away from the nature state of the human experience. balding too, okay? Bald gang. Bald gang. The only downside of this flute is that it's so dang long. Look, the flute's so long, I hit the mixer. Thank you for all the offline donation. I just uploaded the last album. I didn't really like the audio too much, so I realized it's gonna be very difficult because I'm playing so many instruments, you know. When you play one instrument, you can kind of like EQ the instrument, but when I'm always switching. Like in 5 minutes I could be playing 4 flutes, and then I have to EQ, so it's like quite intense for me. Just EQ. Like, it's not bass enough. Oh, the highs are too high. The bass is too much bass. So I'm doing my best to see what's the solution for it. I have found a solution called using this thing called the Behringer X Air, where you could literally pre-save every flute. You can like preset it on the iPad and just press the preset. But God, I mean, that's gonna take the whole day. Play one flute longer. Yeah. So imagine in the future, I'll save every flute to the iPad or something, and you can just press. You can do the EQ instead of on this. You can EQ on the iPad using the iPad interface, so I don't have to constantly like. Because because right now I'm in a perfection mode of the audio engineering, which doesn't exist, but it does when you stop worrying about it. Like, okay, I'm happy with this, and I'm not gonna mess with it no more. But when I have to constantly adjust to almost to too many flutes, not every flute. The bass flutes can roll together, right? But the transverse flute, this is a transverse flute. The issue is that I have 2 mics in the front here, and I don't have a mic on the side here. I don't think I want to get more microphones. I don't think there's no space right here. But what I can do is sit sideways and look at the difference in the sound. Right, because you can hear the air from the tube here. Then I can turn here, back because you're just getting here. If I turn sideways, I'm getting the air exiting, which is the energy flow. So you hear the energy flow from multiple pathways. But the issue is when I play here, it's hard to monitor the level or read the comment, because I have to pay attention to the comment section. You know why? In case there's a food fight. I babysit on Friday, but some food fight can happen anytime. Sometimes a moderator get in a food fight, and that's just how it's gonna be. Luckily, this is the longest flute. Okay, no, this is not the longest flute anymore. Actually, no, that is actually still the longest flute. Excuse me. Right. This is the longest flowing air. Right, that one I play here, but this one I play here. So I actually play the whole tube, not just partial. And this one, you see, the sound comes from here, but the flute's so long. I have to come back here. This flute is like an owl just gave you a wink. You're like looking at the tree. You're like, oh, it's an owl. And the owl goes. You want the geisha? Don't want to get too dramatic with the geisha here because very emotional. Can you play the didgeridoo as well? Yes. I have 3 didgeridoo. I have 2 telescoping ones. One is really cheap that doesn't play well. One is a wooden one with hibiscus wood, and one is like a really good plastic telescoping, and that's the one that's more versatile because you can change the note, because I do a lot of singing bowls on stream. But not today. Let me just a little bit. Welcome, moderately peaceful. Second on the didgeridoo isn't that relaxing, so I only do it whenever the energy is weird. You know, because the didgeridoo has a lot of fire energy, like an earthy fire. I would say like a little volcano. So instead of doing, and it takes time to set up the didgeridoo, right? Everything's so delicate, flute, and then you bring. So instead, I just do this. Yeah, no, it's all good. See, I don't, because then I have to pull it out. I gotta put a mic at the end of the didgeridoo. Then I gotta make sure to not play too loud. That's circular breathing. You hear the nasal area opening up, so you could practice doing that with water. Now, the beautiful part is that you could do circular breathing on many flutes, actually, but you have to be... What are the benefits? The benefits of circular breathing is you can play the flute a long time and people confuse, like, when is he gonna breathe? You're like, I am breathing. You're secretly breathing. Like this. In the beginning, I didn't know I could do it on flutes too, but I was like, wait a minute, you could do it on here too. So the flute teaches you how to play it. You know, you just have to keep practicing. The universe will open a door for you when you devote yourself to whatever art form. Is that the Taout flute? I guess you can... I was looking for the file for this flute. Still have not found it. You know, just like the rotisserie chicken roaster. You set it and you forget it. The dream. Other flutes that you could do it with too, it's like the halusi. This is a really easier instrument because it has a lot of back pressure. I mean, realistically, you don't have to do it that big. Do the birds, wildlife come around? Of course. When you play outside and you're playing from the heart, well, of course, we play outside. Like, we do a free sound bath every Sunday for the past 4 years. So here's the secret. When you're in sync with nature, the cicadas will sing on timing. You do, and you start to hear, and here comes a whole symphony. And you slowly, as you sing together. And then when you go quiet, what happens? They go quiet too. Or as they go quiet, you go quiet. You want to harmonize with the moment, which is magic, just Mother Earth, and you just harmonizing. That's the best part about doing sound baths outside, is that the squirrels get the sound bath, the trees get the sound bath, the worms get the sound healing too. Everything, you start to feel connected. Even the ants get the sound bath. We're all uniting in the moment. But when you're in the yoga studio, different story. Your pocket get the sound bath. Could you demonstrate that circular breathing technique? Yeah, you could do it with a straw. You could do it with a cup of water. You can be in the shower, and the way I figure it out is I have a didgeridoo that's the cheapest one on Amazon, or just anything. Yeah, any didgeridoo. And you just sit there. Because you have to build muscle, right? You have to learn to control that muscle. So you have to build the muscle to control, right? If the muscle is not strong, there's nothing to control. So I just kept making rhythms with the didgeridoo, just, and then I was like, out of nowhere, I just hold the intention of, I want to play, I want to keep playing. I want to continue playing. When you play the didgeridoo, you're not trying to stop. You're trying to. So with that intention of wanting to continuously play, I just kept. I mean, I could get the didgeridoo out here. Let's see here. So what I did was I'm on my phone watching YouTube. Right. Please don't. I mean, you could meditate whether I talk or not. You meditating has nothing to do with me. Okay. So I'm on my, I learned how to play the didgeridoo, but not circular breathing, right? So I just keep playing for days, right? I would say I was trying to do circular breathing and I failed over and over and over. So I decided, you know what? If I just keep playing over and over, I'll get used to it and it'll naturally happen. And guess what? Within a week, it happened. So the moment I stopped trying to circular breathing and I just want to keep playing longer, like your will to want to do more, to want to expand your skill, it's gonna naturally happen. Yeah. Hello, Will. Hola. Bienvenidos. Like, wait, what? สวัสดีครับ คุณวิยา So every time you hear the, right, you're charging the breath and you just, but of course, the more you play the didgeridoo or practice trying to breathe, trying to, so the whole goal in the beginning is slow, breathing slow. Ta-da! Okay, so just sometimes you have to exaggerate everything in the beginning. When you're teaching a baby, hi, right? This is a notebook. Dun, 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 dun. Right? Hola, my name is Dora. So when you're doing music, it's the same thing. just pretend like you already know it. Even though you mess up, you just pretend like you how are you in here? Yeah, don't even ask how. Just visualize and know that you can. Because the mind, this is a new thing, so you just have to keep trying till you get it. Whatever it takes for me to just play without thinking is what it takes. So now you don't have to think about it. You just make stuff up. Right, same thing with everything else I'm doing here. But you make it from the heart. That's the key. If you make music and it's not from the heart, you're just making noise. Right? But you call it dope noise and people will buy it sometimes. But not all the time. You know, this is dope noise. And it started with 2 Chainz. Just repeating Gucci Mane. Gucci, 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 Gucci. Maybe I should start making it love your damn self. Look. Which I actually have. But I don't want to walk that route. I'm trying to stay in this sound healing journey. Doing spiritual rap might be confusing. Like, wait, weren't you just chanting some Buddhist mantras? Now you're rapping? So I try to stick to what's in harmony with me, even though I love to get down. Get down. Some people beatbox while they play the didgeridoo, but I think it's more entertainment, right? And performative art. The healing nature of the didgeridoo just comes from the simplicity and the Aboriginal inspiration. I'm sure beatboxing is very poppy, very noisy, but I'm sure you can execute it in a way that's digestible. I just don't practice it because I'd rather just strum or do the shaker. Over here. Right, something like. Getting a mic at the end of the didgeridoo helps you to capture more of the dynamic and the end of the didgeridoo. Of course, the official name of the didgeridoo is called the Yidaki, right? Somebody knows. I think it's Yidaki. I'm more interested in the primal sound that it makes. Very good for. I brought a didgeridoo to a drum circle before, but the drums drown out the didgeridoo, because a lot of times the drum circles are wild, but once in a while you go to a drum circle that is more harmonious and more oneness, because sometimes it's just noisy drum circle that lacks like emotion and feeling, or there's a lot of fire but there's not a lot of calming. There's going to be more fiery drum circles, but sometimes you get to experience a more calming drum circle, which is rare. But I think you get a lot of healing from the more chill drum circle, because imagine how much fire there is from drumming, and you learn how to play it peacefully. Hello. There's a drum beat to call. Piss, yeah. Yeah, just from all the drum circles I've been to, a lot of it, many of it is it depends too on what energy is there, right? How it's being facilitated, and are people sober? That's the key. That's another key. Whenever there's people who are not sober, oftentimes it's going to be a bit more wild. Because that's just how it be nowadays. And the drum circle is one of the first things that I explored, because it's easy to be at. You can just do a shaker the whole time. And you don't represent like it. I mean, I'm just gonna wear what I want to wear. You can say the phones are our phones and all the lithium, at the end of the day. Make your life work. I'm not here to tell anybody what they would do, what to not do. I just make sure you're happy. Sometimes we're focused on all these, values, but we're not. If you're happy, then help others be happy. Right? Make your life work. This is why, even though I'm vegetarian, I don't tell people to go vegetarian. I just do what works, and I share peace and happiness. And the world has problems and solutions too. And the best way to find a solution is to be present. Be present, show gratitude, or be the complaint you wish to see in the world. Be the complaint. Crying, sick, and banging. How did you experience that? Banging headache thing. Did we try meditation? I have a headache, number one thing, I take a warm shower. And I slow down, breathe. I massage my scalp. Massage my scalp. That's the best one. I learned it in massage schools. Massage your sutures. Wherever the pain is, you just... Most people have some kind of essential oil like lavender, eucalyptus. But I think the most effective thing is just slow breathing. Free, you don't have to buy it. But people don't have faith in free stuff nowadays. Thank you. That's why we're out here doing free stuff. Yeah, like, it's okay. Again, this is why I just say, be the change you wish to see in the world. Be the complaint. There's enough of that going on in the world, especially online. Be the complaint. more of it. Please. Said nobody. Be the change. How? Slowly out. Change your energy. Relax your body. Of course, you don't have to. You don't have to practice relaxing breathing. It's optional. Happiness is optional. That's why it's not easy for people to sit in front of the camera, because you gotta know your principles and values. And if that principles and values don't align with one love, then it starts to divide one love into 2 love, 3 love, 4 love, 5 love, instead of 1 love. Do you fast? Yeah. Normally, I try to not eat after lunchtime, or I just eat lunchtime only. Right. Because fasting, it helps you focus better. And when I'm on live stream and my stomach is fully digested, I can focus a lot better. And it's hard to sit like this when your belly is full of food. Right? So when your stomach's not so full, you meditate deeper, longer, and more comfortable. And it's also what you eat. Sometimes you eat things, make you sleepy. You all know. Thanksgiving dinners. What foods do you recommend breaking a fast with? Well, the thing is, when you're vegetarian, I know to not go heavy. Usually it's fruits and vegetable. Juicing, right? Juicing, green juice. But I don't even think about, I just do intermittent fasting. Now the master recommend that we try fasting for 7 days, and But of course, you could do a juice fast. You just drink juice, orange juice, soy milk, but just don't abuse it. So in the morning, I have soy milk, and in the evening, I have orange juice for 7 days. And of course, water. And the whole point of doing that is because imagine all your life, you've never stopped eating for longer than maybe a day or two. So when you do it for, isn't orange juice just pure sugar? I mean, fruits are, yeah. That's why I say don't abuse it. When you drink one glass, that's like drinking what, three oranges. But when you drink, most people, when they drink orange juice, they drink 6 oranges. Let's be real. Like when people buy stuff, the issue is they overeat it. Like it's fine to drink orange juice, but the issue is when you start having 2 glasses or more a day because you got the munchies. I get electric shocks there. Everything in moderation is key, but most people don't know how to have moderation. They just flaunt the word moderation to be cute and to continue doing things that don't serve them well. Everything in moderation, but a lot of people don't even know what the hell is moderation. They just use that word. That's why I don't talk about that. That's why we don't talk about moderation, because most human beings, because everything's so designed to not tell you, you should play moderate video games. You should moderately game. You should drink moderately. You should use social media moderately. Be aware of your social media use. And imagine you should smoke moderately. Well, what's moderate? I don't know. We just make up our own moderation, or we just pretend to moderate while abusing. Just 5 beers tonight. 5 beers. Somebody was showing off to me. I can drink a 12-pack. People are cool with me. People just tell me stuff. Sometimes we could be having, oh yeah, I can drink a 12-pack. I'm like, why would you drink a 12-pack? Cerveza's way. You already know. Like, I can't even imagine. You're the one who walk into the party with a 12-pack and you're not sharing. Sharing is caring. People think it's unhealthy, right? And to them, a 12-pack is moderation. I casually just drink 3. It's just 3. I have 6-pack of a Keystone. I have 6-pack of Keystone on my stomach. Brindala. That's why I wondered about Chogyam Trungpa. Why did he have to drink so much? You know, when you're talking about Tibetan lamas, there's a way to use life. Because imagine you can turn anything into a discipline if there's great result. Imagine when you first start seeing people do this. Like, why don't you just breathe natural like Zen? Right? You will get criticized for breathing weird. Like, that dude is tripping out over there. Right? But there's a form, right? Some practitioners use smoke. They use incense, resin. Sometimes they do that, right? If it works, it works. You know? Look at the results. It's hard to stay still. Is it really hard? You just need to learn the technique. Right? You have to learn the technique how to sit still. Even where your eyes settle, just settle on one spot. Even the pacing of your blinking can be gentle and mindful. But if you close them a little bit more, you don't have to blink so much, but keep them slightly open. And if you want to put your hands in a specific place, you can. Just keep them in one place. What keeps my body still? You know, when somebody shoots a bow and arrow or a gun, they use the breathing technique. But imagine you can use that technique to chill the F out. And it's not about being perfectly still like a statue. It's about stillness, and do your best to be still. In the beginning, you're going to feel itchiness because your body is not used to being still, so you're going to start doing this, that, fidgety, check your damn phone for no reason. Breathe. Stay committed to your discipline. And then the mind will start coming in. Why the hell am I doing this? This is boring. Let me go to another stream. Am I doing this right? I think I'm doing it wrong. At the end of the day, the stillness is for you to experience clarity in the moment and to be present with your life. You can be addicted or attached to meditating. It's about learning to use meditation to improve your life, not to be a statue. When your body is still, eventually you see your own noisy mind and what you need to address in life, what changes you need to address in life. But when you're always moving, you don't see what's going on in your mind. Maybe you're sad because your grandma passed away in February and you don't realize you're still really sad. Through stillness, you get to see you miss your grandma. Maybe you need to go visit her grave or something like that. Maybe you miss an old friend that's not good for you. And you really want some new friends. But you can't find new friends, so you're a little sad. So through stillness, you get to see that. But we're not looking for it. Through the stillness, it rises to the top. Right? I'm not hunting. We're not hunting, we're just chilling. You might think about your ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend. Maybe you think about a random meme on the internet because your mind, you've been watching a lot of memes on Imager or Reddit. So your brain's still on Reddit. You get to see where your brain is. Good night, sister. You get to see your energy. Maybe you're even depressed, sad somewhere, and you get to sit and see your mind feel sad. You get to see your state. But you just observe, but you don't fall into the sadness. You just see your mind's a little sad and lonely. But your true self just watches. And then you decide, I think I'm ready to be happy. What must I do to feel more joy in life? What must I do to feel more happy in life and not thinking about my damn ex over and over? Even though I got dumped 3 years ago, I still miss my ex because we made such good love and we smoked together after. I miss those days. Love your damn self, please. It's real for me, that's why I can explain it. Because I had to do all of that to get here. Exactly. Instead of focusing on your ex, you focus on you and your happiness. Because life is now, but many people are living in the past about, what if I got hired by Google? What if I didn't drop out of college? What if I didn't? What if I didn't? What if I did? What if? And we're not living in a moment because we're in the la-la land of imagination, wishing our life was different instead of changing the life, improving our life. We decide to just lay down in bed at night and think about imaginary things. But before we do that, we had to watch a podcast or some talking head. And then when we finally turn that off, we have to deal with our own noise in our head again. Then we look at the clock. There's 5 hours left to sleep. Now you're trying really hard to sleep. The harder you try to sleep, the more you stay awake. Now you start thinking about your family life. How you maybe haven't talked to your mother, or how your mother's feeling, or how your relationship with your father is a certain way. You look at the clock. 30 minutes goes by. You got 4 hours and 30 minutes left to sleep. By the time you get to 4 hours of sleep, you woke up. Now you have to rush to go to work. Quickly throw on your dress, your outfit, drive through the Starbucks, get a quadruple shot mocha frappuccino, extra whipped cream with oat milk, and a marble bread, please. And you choose to go to work late because you need to get Starbucks. Starbucks more important than showing up on time. When you get to work, the manager already know you're late. You're on the list of people. If they ever need to fire somebody, you're like you're bottom 3 because you always go to work late. And then when they eventually do let you go, you blame the company but never yourself. Misery. Hell no. That's a life you don't have to live. Getting too real in here, huh? Sometimes I don't know where this comes from. It just come out of the air. I don't even drink Starbucks. Yeah. It's too strong. I remember one time I drank a cafe mocha from Starbucks. I didn't sleep till like freaking 5 a.m. I'm like, what is in here? Like cafe mocha, like standard. Standard. But maybe my energy was too yin at that time. Too much yang. I used to work at Starbucks. I wonder what's the craziest drink you made. 12 pumps, 12 shots espresso in one drink. like getting 12 pumps? No, you don't. 12 pumps of like what, vanilla? Sometimes I go to, when I used to do Uber Eats, people always order Starbucks. You can just sit at a Starbucks and you'll get like 3 orders. People need their damn Starbucks. Vente. Right? They'll wait too. I'm not even gonna start working seriously till I get some coffee in my veins. You know what I'm saying? My brother works for Starbucks and I use it to my advantage. Oh, shout out to the hookup. You got a plug. The Starbucks plug. Me, sometimes I get my father's very influential in the Thai community in Houston. So back then when I used to go out, now I don't go out. I go in. I hang out here. And when I go to the Thai restaurant or some restaurant where Thai people work, they hook me up with free dessert. I'm like, oh. And the only reason they hook me up because I look exactly like my father, like exactly. They're like, are you his son? I'm like, yes. How's he doing? Here's some fried banana and coconut ice cream. I'm like, ขอบคุณครับ For the perks of looking like I'm like doppelganger, you know, like he looks just like you. Just imagine another older version of me. What does it mean you don't go out? I don't go out very much, especially at night. Daytime, yeah, I don't really go and hang out much. This is my life. Sound healing online, sound healing. So I don't really hang out. I go to do sound healing only. I go to collaborate. I go to do volunteer work. But to hang out, I almost don't believe in hanging out because to me that sounds like if I want to hang out, I just hang out at home. You know, if I hang out with somebody outside, we would be talking about like, okay, what's ideas, you know? How can we grow? How can we... Because hanging out too much... Yeah. Hit a ball. Or hit the ball. Okay. A friend just invited me out at night and I'm about to be 40 and I'd rather be at home by the fire. Because I think it's more intimate in friendship for us to be at home. You know, it's very comfortable and it's very real. But if you don't like realness, you're gonna need alcohol involved to talk about BS. Oftentimes it's BS. Or sometimes you go out to drink for somebody to complain about something. I'd rather talk to somebody sober anyways, you know. Sometimes when they're not sober, they just treat you like a trash can. They just dump energy onto you. Which is fine, but you can only handle so much and you're trying to... Yeah. But when you're young, I get it. Hey, where the party at? In the club, in the party at? Party can't be. It's outside, put your hands up, throwing up. Where the party? I definitely had my party time in the past. And I'm glad I grew out of it pretty quickly because I get to do this. I get to devote my life to service. If I don't, like, there would be no commitment or devotion to service if I still was just messing around at the bar. Right? Like, I love the karaoke bar, but I get to play music to help people relax or gently speak to people online. We can have a genuine, loving conversation here. What was your party like? Usually, I didn't really hold parties, but we went to the club a lot. The Roxy. Or we went to the rave, the Stereo Live. We go to the karaoke bar. Sometimes go to, my friends during college time, there's beer pong or whatever. Lots of, and I got to see a lot of, through the party, as people, you get to see a lot of sadness too, actually. Sadness and substance, they're like best friend. Unfortunately. Sadness and substance, they're like best friend. And so I get to, definitely I experienced that, sadness and substance. And sadness and substance also need other friends, right? Sadness, substance, and friendship. So you have friendships where you do substance together. This is old news, but that happens because you don't know how to process your trauma, and sometimes you're pressured to go through college. Sometimes you're pressured to do many things you don't want to do because you want to make your parents proud. And so sometimes you kind of lose yourself along the way because you just want to follow your societal programming, your parental programming that tells you be a good boy and a good girl and make us proud. And then you forgot you had a dream. Your dream is just make money, save up, find a partner, maybe get married, buy a house, just do what everyone else is doing. But your dream, my dreams, what is my dream? That's what I'm excited about. When people start wanting more than just what everyone else is doing and learning to follow your calling, your authenticity, that's so exciting. I partied, yeah. How did you get out of it? I'm kind of, how do you get out of what? The substance, right? You have to wake the F up and realize there's a different path. There's no other way other than realizing you have a choice to change. If you don't like your life, you can change. This is so beautiful. If you don't like how your life is going, you can effing change. That's absolutely clear as day to me. But it's going to take effort. It's not just going to happen overnight. I had to get rid of my friend circle, which was like a gigantic circle of friends that always partied every freaking week. Or every other week. Because when you know too many people in a party scene, it's always somebody's birthday. I was like, this ain't healthy. It can't be people's birthday every other. I'm wasting money partying. The food is not even good. We're going to places that's bougie but the food not even good. Right? If the food's good, I don't find. We're going to places the food's not even good, but it looks bougie. We're going because what? Maybe there's girls or something. So we're not even going because we enjoy it. We're going to do it because to fit in and to play the game because we're lonely. The sign when your life's going bad is when you have to pre-game. You gotta take couple shots before you go out to save. If you're trying to save money to go out, oh God, you're getting too professional. You're getting too professional. When you're getting too professional with the substance, stop and realize this is the sign of unhealthiness. Now, I didn't recognize. When you're sad, sometimes you avoid the signs. Like when you're heartbroken, sad because you got dumped. I remember I was so miserable and I was running on Monster energy drinks. Before going out, my head was spinning. I'm like sitting still in my head, like right, all effed up. I just drink more Monster. Oh, back to normal. Yes. That's terrible. And then back then, whenever your body's unhealthy, you start having spasms. I had spasms in my shoulder. Like I'll just be living life, sitting there out of nowhere. My shoulder would have my plexus, brachialis plexus or whatever they call it. You can feel the nervous system like shocking, and it would be a strong shock. Like your body's telling you you're living a life that's disharmonious, but you avoid it. How? 2 shots of Crown. Your head spinning, you just drink another energy drink because you're about that life. I'm the ride or die kind of person, but luckily I didn't die because the universe, let's just say God, Buddha, something, right? At that time, I don't believe in God or something like that. Right now I do, because I'm like, why the hell am I still alive after that? Like, just terrible. Just hanging around the wrong people, eating the wrong thing, drinking the wrong thing, and proud of it, right? When you're about when you like to get effed up and your life sucks, you eventually get proud of it. And then you're like, I can outdo you. I can do one more than you. Right? I have that kind of, I'm that type of, I like to outdo everybody because it's a competitive nature that I have. When you apply it to the wrong thing, your life becomes destructive. But when you apply it to the right thing, your life can blossom. I just applied it to drinking, partying, street racing, clubbing, raving. Right? Sometimes, when you know about the after hours club that closed at 6 a.m., it's closed down now. It was called Neptune or something like that. Right? Neptune. I forgot the name. It was something like that. And everyone knows if you want to get something, you go to that bar. Everyone in the whole Houston, they just know that's where you go. It's terrible. I'm just glad that even though I went through all of that, I still survive. Right? Because some days you have like, you just don't, I could have got caught up with the police. I could have got caught up, but I'm blessed that I didn't. Right? The amount of times driving home drunk, not too many, maybe like 3, 4. But I was always very responsible. I always make sure I, threw up before I drove. Excuse the graphicness. But I made myself do that because why? I'm about that life. You got to. And but to be, I'm sharing this with you because we're at a time of the year where the substance and the depression is high. The weather is good, right? Everything's ramping up. This is when the drop, right? The drop from Colombia is arriving here on the street. Boom. All right. So please be careful. Please, your life matters. Just do your best to stay grounded. It might not make sense now, but just chill a little bit. Just don't go too crazy. The reason why I'm being vulnerable with you because I care. I don't need to share my story, but because I care so much, I want to share with you what I go through. Because sometimes people look like, oh, he must be born on a sunflower. No, I'm sharing with you my past because some of us are there right now. And a lot of spiritual teachers sometimes don't want to share all these intimate stories about the sadness, about where they come from, because why? There's a lot of fear of being judged. So I'm sharing my personal story because somebody's life could be saved, And this is a better alternative to going out, and it's free. Usually we do more music, but today this is what I'm called to do. Just chill and be genuine, be authentic, not pretend. That's why I don't try to pretend to be what people think is spiritual. I just be myself and vulnerable. And I think the world needs a lot more of authenticity, especially online. And I'm just glad there's a lot of respect in this community, right? So if you're new here, there's a full-on community of people devoted to loving their damn self. You're not just casually hanging out. There's a lot of people here who are improving their life, and that's what we're here. That's what we're about. And there's no private consultation. There's no package to sell. It's literally what you're experiencing right now. That's what this is, the community. Of course, we have flutes and singing bowls and other modalities of healing. But heart speaking is one of them, right? I mean, we even have, like, if it gets super bougie, maybe you don't like this kind of rain. Maybe you want a more forest rain. But nothing can replace authenticity, love. We use binaural. This is called binaural frequency. It helps the mind because it's a stimulating sound that's gentle. So instead of worrying, the stimulating sound helps us to be more present and breathe. Same thing with this Tibetan singing bowl. I think I want to do one more flute. And then I'm going to end the night. you so much for hanging out with me tonight in the studio. Thank you, Jabril. And I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow night I have a sound bath to do at 7 p.m. to 7 to 8 p.m. But I have to go set up at 5. So 5 to 9. So basically I'm going to be out from 5 to 10 p.m. Right, because this is central. Yeah. And that's a lot of energy. So when you do a sound bath locally, last time when we did the sound bath, it was 116 people showed up. And this time, it may be more than that, and it's free. Right. So there's a lot of energy that you have to ground from. It's not just show up when you do sound healing. Oh, it's a sound bath. This is a sound bath. What you're experiencing. With the music. So tomorrow is just going to be me and brother Sean and Jill, because Emily and Charles, our crystal bowl practitioner and our drummer, is at a 10-day Vipassana meditation and will be back next Monday. So this is going to be a different flow tomorrow. And I'll live stream it from my phone. And as I have funds, I'll get a better phone to live stream better. Yeah. So if you're in Houston, Texas, and you want to go to a free sound bath, donation based or free, $29.29 Unity Drive, 7 p.m. tomorrow. And I posted on meetup.com too. And last time it was a full house. I was like, wow, they're still coming in. So, but of course we started small. We started like, all right, we'll do a small one. And it turned out like 30 people showed up for the small one. And like, okay, we need to, we don't fit here anymore. So we moved to a huge space that can fit basically 200 people. Or I say, you could fit a ton of people, but laying down, people don't lay down, in an organized manner. We just like to lay down however the heck we like to lay down inside a space. Right. And I like it that way because I like to give people the free will to do whatever they want. But if there's a lot of people, you're gonna have to scoot over. That's what I love about doing this kind of work, is that as it grows, then the organization will be needed. But if it's right when you're just beginning or at the middle stage, it's a bit more casual. But if 250 people show up, we're gonna have to like, all right, there's too many people coming here, so we're gonna have to lay down in a more organized manner because we need to fit everybody in here for the free sound bath. Because everybody, right? Since it's free, well, we gotta make this work. Do you have food at the sound bath? No. The sound is the food. You just absorb the positive energy. Essentially, we open a mandala together, which is called a portal of happiness and joy, and that thing is called your heart. Yeah. And the reason I keep promoting free, because it's called peer healing. You don't have to, there's no energy exchange. I'm trying to promote more of that because it's like becoming a lost art to just help people heal. 3 ohms, I'm leaving. Please love your damn self. But you don't have to. Thank you, come to. Who knows, maybe in the future I might show up in Germany, Thailand for sure, the motherland. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you so much.